full swing into the spring market and for Reno, Sparks, Carson City, and all of Northern Nevada. A lot happened in the month of February, so let's dive in and take a look. We're going to start with the median sales price for Reno Spark single family homes. And you can see we had just a slight decrease from month over month. So we were at 570 last year. We dropped down about $2,500 or so. So nothing too big of a change there. Pretty flat line if you ask me. Look comparative to where we were last February, it is still more year over year for that. So we'll see, but it was interesting that it went slightly down compared if you look from January to February of last year increase. So we'll probably, statistically, we usually see prices start to increase at the, as the spring market starts. Taking a look at how quickly homes are selling, basically from the day you put a sign in the ground for sale to the day you're accepting an offer, 23 days. Compare that to last year, February, 18 days. So slightly more than last year, but we are seeing a lot of activity happen. So not too much of a difference. Big drop, 38 from 38 to 23 this year though. So definitely a good drop. We'll probably see things just like a similar pattern that we did last year. Taking a look at median days to contract, look at that. Most of them went down except for that pesky one at the end there of over 1.5 million. Did have quite the big jump there. So usually those ones can really swing one way or another. So probably one or two listings that sat on the market for a longer time sold, and that can sway the numbers at that time. But other than that, you can see that we did see a lot of reductions in timing. Pretty typical as we approach the spring market. Now this is a really interesting one this month. So this is the sold listings, any new listings coming on the market, and our inventory, with the tallest one being our inventory there. You can see 551 homes on the market. That is a decrease from last month, and that's not good. We need more inventory as we're approaching the spring market, or we are going to see prices start to escalate a little bit faster. Sellers might appreciate that, but in terms of, we don't want anything with too low of inventory where we are going up too quickly like we did from 2020, 2022 range. So we'll see where we happen with inventory there, but you can look at the new listings as well. A decrease month over month. I was surprised about this. I thought this was going to increase, and you can see that the sold was a little bit more though compared to last month. Taking a look in the last year of inventory though, you can see that last year our inventory was 543. So we've had a slight increase year over year, but basically the same. So we're going in there around the same amount of inventory we were last year, and we should start to see that increase. Last March though went down, so we'll see if we have a lower March as well before going up, or if March is going to be the kicker for us. How many homes are available in the price range you're looking for? Well, first of all, they all decreased month over month, so we have less options in February than we did in January in all of the different price ranges. So as buyers start to increase statistically in the spring, we're going to have a little bit less options. So maybe worth getting into the market sooner rather than later, just to start exploring at least. So if that right home hits the market, you're ready to go. Be sure to meet with us ahead of time so we can get you ready to go for that. This is the months of inventory for sale. So this is kind of what gauges the buyer's market, seller's market. The lower this number, closer to a seller's market. The higher the number, closer to a buyer's market. So as you can see, we went downward, closer towards a seller's market versus January. So a lot of that is because we saw inventory go down, less competition, even though we saw kind of, a consistent number of sales happen. Pending sales by month. So this is how many homes in the month of February for Reno Sparks accepted an offer. And it was 368, just decreased a little bit from last month. So we can see that hasn't jumped quite up yet. Last year, it was almost identical, which it's not far off, 10 off from month over month, but we'll probably start to see, I'm hoping we see those numbers start to increase a little bit more, but you can really see last year, it was just pretty flat right around that 400 marker. I like to include this one too. This is just showing pending sales each week. So one, you can see right where Christmas happened and stuff as a big dip, and then as soon as the new year hit, we saw pendings start to increase rapidly back up, and we are outpacing where we were a year ago in terms of a weekly count, but well, time will tell and see how we end up in the next month. March and April are going to be really interesting months. It's been a drier month for our area. We've got some more rain than snow, so I feel like more buyers are going to be coming out sooner. Let's take a look at pending sales by price range. If you are a seller, you know how many homes are going under contract in your price point that you think you're going to list at. And this gives you a little bit of an idea here that pretty much, you know, up and down depending on it, that 400 to 500,000 surprised me a bit of a dip there. And that might just be lack of inventory in general at that price point. Could be so not necessarily less in demand, but less of inventory. And you can see the rest of them there. Most of them went up just a little bit month over month for pending sales. If you are a seller, by the way, feel free to reach out, ask me some questions ahead of time. Statistically, the first half of April is usually the best time to go on the market to get the most for your money. You know, you go back year over year, we've gone through all the analytics, and that is statistically the best time. So if you are curious about selling your home, now may be the time to have that conversation with us. Reach out. Let's take a look at Reno, go hyper local. We're starting with Reno's median home price of $615,000. This was a month over month increase and a year over year increase. Look at that year over year increase. Wow, a little over 8%. So we are still seeing prices come up with inventory dropping down nearly 10%. So definitely need some homes out there. So if you are a seller, let's have a talk. Let's see what we can do. Taking a look at Sparks, we did see Sparks drop just a little bit, not too much, but we did see a little decrease there with inventory staying pretty stagnant for month over month. Heading to our capital, Carson City, bigger drop month over month there, not a little drop year over year, and at 532,475. Those ones swing a little bit more just with lower amounts of sales at 54 sales. A couple of changes or bigger sales or lower sales can make the difference on those numbers. 84 homes for sale in the area. Quite the drop, 19% down month over month and 35% year over year. So you have a home in Carson City, may even be more advantageous. Heading out to Fernley, 399,950, just under that 400 marker. Quite a big little jump this month over last month, and year over year, a positive equity as well. Inventory at 76 homes available for sale. So a lot going on out there. I'm under contract with some new builds out there, so there are some opportunities to get a little bit lower price if you're looking for something like that. Heading further south to Gardnerville and Minden area, you're gonna see the median sales price of $665,000. Month over month, we saw that increase a bit. And just slightly down year over year, but inventory, look at that, 118 homes on the market, quite a bit more than last year where we were, so definitely getting that in. So we're gonna close off with the Reno Sparks market, specifically around condos and townhomes. So if you are looking for a condo or townhome in the Reno Sparks area, $395,000 median sales price. Big jump month over month and year over year. I remember last month when we were doing this, it was a big drop. So now we're kind of coming back up. So kind of some funky numbers coming through every once in a while can change some stuff. But active inventory, look at that year over year. A lot more inventory came on the market compared to last year. As closed sales, they had 70 sales just last month. Close out. Thank you so much for watching. If you are curious about the Reno Sparks market, want a little bit more details, my information's below. Call me, text me, email me, comment, and we can get together and see what we can do, whether you're buying, selling, or investing here in Northern Nevada. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.